Alright, in this video I want to talk about weird dreams, really, that I've had on my NoFap journey so far. This is now, by the way, it's day 49, I think. Yeah, it's 49 days with NoFap. And I've had, I have started to get this really vivid, strange, unexpected dreams during NoFap. Now, I want to start from the beginning, and I have not written these dreams down. I don't know exactly what days I got these dreams on, and I can't even remember the order of the dreams. I can also not remember every dream, but I can remember 5 of them. Or I can remember 4 of them, but the last one is a bit strange because it's kind of 2 dreams in one. I'll get back to that. The first dream I had was, I can't remember much else from the dream apart from the fact that it was my brother. He had no upper body, so he had only his head and arms and legs. So he looked like a 4-legged spider. Sort of, he crawled around in this really fucking creepy way, and he looked exactly like my brother, but just the way he crawled around was really disturbing, and the way that he had no upper body was fucking disturbing. It wasn't like nightmare-y, it wasn't scary, it was just weird and kind of freaky. I just remember just this one sort of scene from the dream where he crawled down the stairs of the house that I live in now, just in a really weird way. It was in the middle of the day and it was sunlight going through the windows. There weren't the lights were not on in the house, but there were like sunlight in the house, so you just get a sort of picture of how the sort of brightness looked. It wasn't like dark and nightmare-y. It was just in the middle of the day and just kind of bright. And he sort of crawled down the stairs, and I was standing at the top of the stairs, just looking at him crawling down, and he's like, he turned his head around too, every now and then, in like 180 degrees, and it was all kind of stop motion-y, a bit like in the movie The Ring, with this girl that crawls out of the television, you know what I mean? Like, it was a bit sort of stop motion, and it was freaky. So, and that dream, I remember the dream was way longer than that, but I can't remember anything else from that dream. I just remember there was more, I can't remember what more there was. Now the second dream I want to talk about was, this one actually was about sex. It was not a wet dream. I haven't had any wet dreams so far in this journey, so I've now gone 49 days without coming at all. Just a side note, just so you know. But this dream was really, really weird as well. I was sort of getting it on with a girl. We were making out in my bed. It was my bedroom. Everything looked the same as my bedroom, except in the middle of the room I had a sort of, what do you call that? Where you like hang your clothes, like a post where you sort of hang your clothes, and it was full of latex outfits, just all over, in all different colors. They were red and like purple, and some of them were like nurse theme, some of them were like schoolgirl theme, or all different kinds of fucking kinky, freaky latex costumes. On this I don't know what it's called in English, but this sort of wardrobe post. And we were making out. We didn't really use any of these kinky uniforms. They were just in my room. We were making out, and this girl was really, really easily distracted, because we were like seriously getting it on, like about to have sex, but she would just snap out of it, get distracted, go out of the room to do some important stuff, and she was always really stressed out, and I was like, what's going on? So I remember there was this sort of general feeling in this dream that, you know, I would get like super horny, and then I would get sort of annoyed, and then I would get kind of disappointed, then I would get kind of impatient, and then she would come back and I would get really horny again, and then I would, you know, again, because she kept going out of the room doing something important, and then coming back, and back and forth and back and forth. I can't remember how long this lasted, but it was a lot of times that she just came back and just went away. We never had sex in the dream, as far as I can remember, but we were like doing some serious foreplay, and it was just very strange the way she acted, and why there were like kinky outfits in my room too was just hard to explain. Now the third dream I've had, and this is the one that I remember the most of, and it was a very nice dream, a very interesting dream, because it was such a long dream and I can remember so much of it. So now the dream started in a sort of backyard with pretty tall houses all around. There was like 4 levels, sort of old brick houses. The whole place, it looked a bit like France, actually. The way the buildings were, and the way the climate was, the temperature, the weather, everything was kind of French. But everyone were talking Norwegian, so it was like, it was as if France was Norway. But anyways, we were in this sort of backyard, and there was me and a friend, which is not a friend in real life. This was just a complete sort of made up figure in this dream. And he, before the dream even started, he had taught me how to fly. So I didn't actually I didn't learn to fly in the dream. I had already learned to fly when the dream started. But I just knew that he was the one who taught me how to fly. So he was sort of guiding me whenever we flew around. And we started in this backyard, and then we just flew up. And I remember he used to really troll me because he could control the wind and I couldn't. So he would every now and then just turn the wind so that he would fly me into a building or something, because I couldn't like fly perfectly, you know. I could only sort of drift with the wind. I could ascend and drift along with the wind. So the wind had to be correct if I could fly good, if you know what I mean. And it was very easy for him because he could control the wind. But it wasn't so easy for me because I had to rely on him, and he used to really like mess around and troll me and fly me into buildings. And I was like, oh fuck, stop it. But it, you know, it was all fun and games. I didn't really hurt myself or anything like that. And then after a while we flew onto a really big grass field that was going downwards. It was green grass, very sort of beautiful long green grass, a bit like Wonderland like almost. It was just this perfect grass. It was a beautiful plain, and it was going like downwards like this, not very steep, but like this, and we were just sort of drifting above it so that my toes could barely touch the tip of the grass. So we were like drifting along quite close to the ground, just flying down. And then when we got at the end of the plane, on the lowest place, the sky went black and it was suddenly night, and there was a rainbow. There was always a rainbow there. The rainbow was always there. And some very, very strange thing happened to this rainbow, and I will never forget this. In this dream, the rainbow, it didn't just fade away the way it does in real life. What happened to the rainbow was, okay, so the sky went black, and there was a car at the end of the rainbow. There was a car, a big sort of pickup car, a pickup truck, I guess you call it. And as the sky went black, the rainbow just sort of, there was a sort of thunder-like vibration in the rainbow, and it started flashing, and it was like, and then it went, the rainbow just went into the back of the pickup truck, and the pickup truck drove away. It was a very strange, I don't know how the fuck I came to even think about that. It's like my imagination when I sleep is just admirable. I've never seen such a thing, not even in a dream. That the rainbow just gets sucked into a pickup truck like that. It's really random and really fascinating. And then, right after this happened, the environment around us changed into a city. And then, right after that happened, this UFO came down. Not the normal kind of UFO that you see in like cartoons. This UFO was cylinder shaped, or it had a flat bottom and a round top. It was completely black with yellow lights going around it. It was like lights going around it like this, and then there were circles. And it flew down, it sort of drifted down, descended, and just landed in a sort of epic, like sci-fi movie way. You know, like in science fiction movies, when a sort of spaceship lands, and you just know that this is the spaceship of the evil people. You know what I mean? It's like, that's how it landed, and it spawned out of it. It spawned small little sort of alien killer robots that looked exactly like the UFO, only way smaller, and with wheels. So they had the same shape and the same colors and everything as the UFOs. They were like mini UFOs with wheels going around, just shooting around. And we were a lot of people now. It wasn't just me and my friend anymore. It was a lot of people because this was a city. It was at night. The night was black, but it was it seemed like it was a Saturday night because there were people waiting in a queue line to go to a club. That's what it looked like. It was a sort of queue line, at least. And then we just we sort of broke the windows. It was like a really epic scene where we just broke the windows of a random building. It was a shop or something. And the very strange thing about this building was that the first room just looked like a normal sort of convenience store. And then we went through the back door, you know, where normally in these kind of stores there's like the staff lunch room, whatever. But in this building, when we opened the door, what was inside of there was one of these school camp bedrooms. I don't know if you've seen any sort of like old movies from like about like child prisons and stuff like that, where they have these really big bedrooms with just a lot of crappy beds just in lines, in like 4 or 3 lines. It was that kind of room just behind there, and then we just hid there from the killer robots. And the only thing I can remember was the killer robots did not kill us. They did not get us, they didn't find us. We were just hiding there, and then that was the end of the dream. I woke up after that, I think. Now, that was the 3rd dream, I believe. The 4th dream, it was really, really short. It was just a sort of vision that I had, and it was very recent. This dream was very recent. I think it was actually tonight. Can't exactly remember. But it was And this will probably not make sense to the most of you, but I've been listening to a lot of Nine Inch Nails lately, and the cover of the album Year Zero is a bit vague. Like, you can't exactly see what it is. To me, it looks like a sort of Bigfoot figure that's viewed from inside of a car. And it's sort of apocalypsy because it's really like blurry. The whole picture is really blurry and sort of, I don't know. It looks like a sort of apocalypse picture. And it looks like it's viewed from the inside of a car. Now, this dream was very strange because I was looking at this album cover and I didn't know exactly what it was. But then I folded it out and I saw that... Okay, so in this dream, that picture was just a part of a folded picture. The picture was way bigger. It was like 4 times bigger. I could fold it, like, it was like 4 folds, and it would get 4 times wider or whatever. And when I opened it up, I saw that it was really just a part of a bigger picture that was a picture of the face of a woman. And this was a sort of, it was a young woman, about like in her 20s, a bit emo looking, a bit like the vocalist of Evanescence, if you've ever seen her, a bit like that style. And it was the same colors. It was the sort of light blue and the black. It was only those colors, so it was like a really cold picture of the face of a woman, a young woman. So that was really that dream. I just folded out the picture of the album cover of Year Zero by Nine Inch Nails, and it happened to be the picture of a woman, or her face at least. Now, the 5th dream. This is very strange. I was dreaming that I was masturbating to porn. Now, I will not go in much greater detail about what the porn video was. I think it was a threesome with 2 girls. So it was an Angels 3-way. And I remember I was just masturbating to porn, and I came in the dream, but I didn't came in real life. I didn't come in real life. So I didn't have a wet dream. Another very strange thing about that was that as I was dreaming this, I had a déjà vu feeling, but not the normal kind of déjà vu where something happens in real life and you feel like you've seen the same thing in a dream. This was the opposite. I was dreaming this thing, and I felt like it had happened in real life. So it was like fucking opposite déjà vu. It was really strange. And then, because of that, I was afraid. As I was asleep, I was afraid that I had relapsed. I was concerned that I had relapsed because I thought I could remember masturbating to porn. While I was dreaming that I was masturbating to porn, I felt like I could remember having masturbated to porn in real life recently. If that made any sense to you. And that was concerning, because I was 100% convinced that I had relapsed. Even after I had waked up, or woken up, I don't know how to say that. Even after that, about like 10 minutes after I had woken up, I was still concerned that I had relapsed. And then, I went and I had breakfast, and I went like, no, that's not true. I haven't masturbated for 48 days, 49 days. So, that was very strange. Because it's such a convincing dream. Like, it was absolutely like real life. Like, it was really just going back to when I used to masturbate to porn. So that was the 5 dreams. Yeah, that's really all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed me talking about weird fucked up dreams. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.